Right now, Bitcoin is creating a new continuation pattern, and this pattern is an ascending triangle. And on today's update video, I am gonna go in depth about this pattern. I'm gonna talk about the FOMC meeting that is literally happening in 1 day and 14 hours and what historically has happened, at least for the last few meetings on the Bitcoin price action. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about the bigger consolidation phase, the price action on Bitcoin, my upcoming trades, and so much more on today's update video, because liquidity seems to be fading away on the lower side and is piling up above it. So this and so much more will be getting discussed on today's update video. So don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1000 likes. It will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in today's update video. So actually, if we're zooming out on the 1 hour time frame, Bitcoin is indeed creating a higher low structure. It is creating higher lows every single time. But if we still look at the top side, we are seeing that every single time we do retest this level right here, which corresponds, of course, with the yearly open candle on Bitcoin, we get rejected. And basically, if I'm looking at this pattern right now, we are creating an ascending triangle. And that is a pattern with a horizontal structure of resistance and an upper sloping structure of support. And historically speaking, this is a continuation pattern. And really, the moment Bitcoin is just going to be seeing a break below this level of support, it will be confirming a continuation towards the downside. And actually, since this is a continuation pattern, the chances are definitely bigger that this is going to continue towards the downside. But there's like a 30% chance this still breaks towards the upside according to historical odds. And yes, the moment we're going to be breaking above this high right here, that is where we're going to see the continuation towards the upside. And in my opinion, the next realistic target is $104 to about $107,000. But the question really is here, are we first going to be breaking above the yearly open? Then we're going to see a continuation higher. Or are we going to break below the upper sloping support line? Then we're going to see that big continuation towards the downside. And of course, the downside continuation, in my opinion, is first of all going to be about $85,000. This big level of previous support. Then once again, if we are going to be breaking that, I think the $72,000 to $74,000 is going to be the level to be looking at for Bitcoin. And like I've said in multiple times before already, whenever Bitcoin is going to be basically retest the top side here, I'm going to be trading it as a short position to trade the lower high in the market. And of course, in the case we're going to be breaking down here, I'm going to be trading the big level support on spot and on leverage to basically expect and trade the big bounce towards the upside, because I do believe a big bounce is going to be likely on Bitcoin. The question is it already going to be right now, or is it going to be one step lower before the big push higher here? So what I do want to be saying here is, guys, if you do want to be copy trading me here, you can do so in my private Telegram group here. Also over there, you will be staying up to date by multiple professional traders that are sharing their trading setups as well here. So if you are interested in that, check it out in the second link in today's video description. But anyways, right now, what I do want to discuss here is that in 1 day and 14 hours, we are going to get the next FOMC meeting. And in this meeting, we are having a very high percentage chance that we're going to see another rate cut. And just like the last 3 meetings we had, we saw a rate cut, but actually in the last 3 meetings as well, like you can see over here on the chart, we have seen the Bitcoin price actually drop here. So obviously this is going to be very interesting on how it's going to be playing out this time around. But at least for the last 3 meetings, we got rate cuts, but still the Bitcoin price saw a big dump after we got the rate cuts on the market. So even though it's a bullish thing, the market still dropped here. So let's see how it's going to be playing out this time around here. But that is why I'm also still extra conservative with the fact that we could still see this next leg towards the downside. And in case this is going to be happening, guys, I am very honest with you here. Ultimately, I do think, yes, we are going to be trading in somewhat of a bear market for Bitcoin. Ultimately, if I am looking also, for example, at the Bitcoin super trend indicating for 4 weeks straight, we have closed negative right now here. The last time this happened was in the beginning of the bear market in 2022. And yes, this is actually a very bearish thing here, but I do really think a big bounce could be happening whenever we retest the 70K level. This is a level where we basically got rejected from for about 8 months in a row here. And I'm just expecting a major bounce whenever we do see the retest from of that level over there. So yes, there are some very exciting times going to come towards us. And honestly, if Bitcoin is going to come lower and lower, it's going to only make the opportunity bigger and bigger for us. And like I discussed multiple times before as well, I really think that, yes, most likely we are in a bear market. And in case we're going to create a lower high, it's going to be a good opportunity to short. But really where I want to be accumulating loads and loads of Bitcoin in the bear market is obviously around the 70 to about 50K region. And whenever we're going to go below the 200 weekly moving average, which we also did in last bear market, that is going to be where the best fair value for Bitcoin is going to come towards us. So very exciting times here in the market. Of course, also on the liquidity heat map, we are piling up a lot of liquidity above us right now here, making it very interesting to see that we're most likely having that squeeze towards the upside. So that is a thing that maybe makes up the case that this ascending triangle is going to be breaking upwards. But all in all, for me, it's just wait to see where this triangle is going to be breaking towards. And that is going to be most likely the next move for Bitcoin. So it is really a waiting game right now here. And ultimately, what I want to be doing is open up big trades here. But for me, it is just, I only want to open up trades with low risk here. So for me, it's all in all waiting for the next direction where Bitcoin is going to be trading towards from off this level. And from off that direction, whether it's going to be up or down, I'm going to be opening up my next big trade here. And if you want to be already trade on VX, guys, this exchange is listing so many altcoins so quickly. So if you're interested in trading that, definitely check it out here. But also, they're currently running an insane deposit bonus where you first of all get a 25% fee rebate by signing up an account using the first link in today's video description. But also, you will get a 50% future bonus on your first deposit. So make sure to check it out. It's super, super valuable. And in my opinion, if you're looking for a safe and reliable exchange to trade and operate from, VX is definitely the one to be checking out here. It is, in my opinion, the best exchange out there. So check it out in the first link in today's video description to get that insane bonus. Further on the Ethereum chart, we also are seeing that bounce, right? And I have said this multiple times already. I think that Ethereum is clearly showing us there is not a lot of strength in the market right now here, because we got the Ethereum update and still the market didn't have this insane rally towards the upside. Well, last time around, we had this 50% rally higher, showed us that there was a lot of hype in the market. Now there is not a lot of hype in the market. So in my opinion, it's just very likely that in case we are going to be retesting the 3600, it is going to be a very great opportunity to actually potentially open up short positions. But ultimately, Ethereum is going to be reflecting the Bitcoin price action. So yeah, whatever Bitcoin is going to be doing, Ethereum is going to be following that here. So yes, that is my very personal opinion on Ethereum. And the one last thing I want to be discussing is, of course, that yesterday also we got the announcement that Michael Saylor bought another 10,000 Bitcoins. And still the market didn't have a strong push towards the upside. He accumulated it, of course, last week here. So during this time over here, this was most likely to push higher. But it just shows you, he bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin and still the market is so weak here. So it shows us there's definitely still a lot of sell pressure in the market. And whenever this is going to be running dry, his buying power, Bitcoin is most certainly going to be a little bit more weaker. So yeah, there are some very dangerous times in the market. And yeah, we just have to wait and see where we're going to come towards. And now it's, of course, a waiting game to, of course, wait and see whether we're going to be going long or whether we're going to go short with our next trade here. But anyways, guys, I will keep you guys up to date over here on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now here. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.